Jared Goff or Matthew Stafford?
Matthew Stafford. That's not a question.
I'm taking Jared Goff.
What? Okay, so question. How come they didn't win the ring with Jared Goff then, but they won it with Matthew Stafford?
I talked about this yesterday. You played Tom Brady, the play calling was terrible, and that defense was matching up. Yeah.
Jared Goff shrunk.
Because thing is, and I looked this up today. Why is Jared Goff playing better with the Lions than Matthew Stafford did?
Weapons.
And okay, cool. We could also say it for the Super Bowl with Matthew Stafford in the Rams. Cooper Kupp and Odell.
Right. So the thing is,
they should have lost.
So the thing is, the Rams had Jared Goff and then said, as a franchise, no, we're a step away at quarterback, and it would be different if the whole franchise had a makeover. They literally trade for Matthew Stafford in year one, win it. That speaks volumes because they ran it back year after year.
No. First of all, they won it not because Matthew Stafford, because Triple Crown season, Cooper Kupp.
Who was getting them the ball?
And returning prime, Odell Beckham Jr.
All right, so look, let me tell you why I don't think that's completely fair. The all-time yards leader in a single season, who was getting them the ball? Cooper Kupp's Cooper Kupp's amazing season. Who was getting the ball?
Jared Goff could do the same thing.
He hasn't done it.
And then the same thing, Jared Goff did him on Morale and Brandon Cooks. They're worse than Cooper Kupp and Odell at the time.
Sure, but at the end of the day,
pretty much the Lions, if it wasn't for Dan Campbell, we're looking at Lions Chiefs Super Bowl.
Sure, but he's not better than Matthew Stafford.
He's better than Matthew Stafford.
No,
he beat Matthew Stafford. Come on, bro. He beat Matthew Stafford.
That's what I'm saying. Last year, the Lions team was better than the Rams last year.
How about this? He outplayed them.
I think they were neck and neck.
He outplayed them. And you're the biggest person. You're the biggest person.
I was about to say,
outplay and talk about wins.
I was about to say, even if you give him that, this is a statement I'll die by. Matthew Stafford at his best is definitely better than Jared Goff.
Jared Goff at his best is better than Matthew. They both did the same thing. Can we say that? They both got their team to the Super Bowl.
And one of them won it.
Okay, cool. Which team was harder? The Patriots or the Bengals?
The Patriots.
Exactly.
If you're better than Matthew
that team was worse. That team was worse than the Rams team.
If you're better than Matthew Stafford, you're putting up more than 3 points.
Matthew Stafford team was better than that Rams team. Arguable.
I mean,
Odell a harder team. Went to the Lions and guess what? He has a better record start than what Jared Goff had.
He don't got a ring.
Than what Matthew Stafford had.
He don't got a ring. I'm telling you, they swapped places and instantly one of them got a ring. That should speak volumes.
Because he got carried to that ring.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Man, please. He got carried to that ring.
So did Jared Goff get carried to a Super Bowl?
Carried that boy.
Did Jared Goff get carried to a Super Bowl appearance?
Yeah, Jared Goff?
When he was with the Rams, did he get carried to a Super Bowl appearance?
Come on, bro.
Matthew Stafford had better numbers.
Hey, with a better receiver core. Come on.
Dude. He's producing Jared Goff had Cooper Kupp too. Cooper Kupp's best year was with Matthew Stafford.
Who beat who?
And again, last year,
who beat who?
Jared Goff, who got a ring.
But that doesn't count. Okay,
it doesn't count.
You want to do that? You want to do that?
Yes.
Realistically, I hate when y'all do that. Because realistically, if that line of the Bengals was worth a dang, that man would have a ring and would be in the same conversation.
You can't say, because he had to go through Tom Brady. He had a whole run.
Okay, and guess who else had to go through Tom Brady?
Right.
A worse team.
The Tom Brady won a Super Bowl before.
Their receiver wasn't all that. He had a lot of Todd Gurley.
Okay, but I'm saying
all-time defense.
Right, and what I'm saying is with Matthew Stafford individually, Tom Brady won a Super Bowl the year before. Who dethroned him? Matthew Stafford. Who won a Super Bowl? Matthew Stafford. I'm not hating on Jared Goff, but he's not Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Jared Goff is better than Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford is a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Jared Goff is too then.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Top 10, I'm putting Jared Goff for Matthew Stafford.
Jared
Goff is him.
Matthew Stafford has done more with less.
Man, Jared Goff has done more with less.
No, the other way. That's why they traded. Okay, look, if If we think that Jared Goff is better, then why are we trading for Matthew Stafford to win the Super Bowl? Why would you do that?
Say it one more time, sorry.
If we think Jared Goff is better, why are we trading for Matthew Stafford to win the Super Bowl? That doesn't make sense.
Okay, cool. The Lions, you will understand they did a quarterback swap.
And no. There was picks involved in that.
But where did he go?
Now, I understand they switched positions.
So picks involved in that. It was a quarterback swap. They still swap quarterbacks.
Yes, and one of them has a championship to show for it.
Okay, cool. We're literally looking at the Lions will have a championship because of Dan Campbell. You realize that all of this is literally hypothetically speaking because Bengals, perfect example, Bengals. If that O-line was worth a dang, he would not have a ring. But Dan Campbell kicked the field goal. He does not have Jared Goff is literally going to get Patrick Mahomes. He's literally going to get the two greatest quarterbacks of all time. Last generation and this generation. What are we talking about?
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Matthew Stafford beat Tom Brady. Matthew Stafford had to beat Tom Brady too.
I wholeheartedly believe if Jared Goff wins the Super Bowl, he win MVP. You know who didn't win MVP? Matthew Stafford. You know who won MVP?
Because Cooper Kupp's better than both of them.
And I'm not arguing that Cooper Kupp was.
Yeah.
This right now is a little sketchy.
Okay, again, so how come the same dude?
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Before you start off, I'm let you start off. But before that, Odell might have won Super Bowl MVP.
Right.
Just start off.
So what I'm saying is, again, Matthew Stafford is producing in Detroit year after year after year. And they're saying we need to get that guy out of this losing situation into this winning situation. Let's not act like Detroit all of a sudden turned to a new leaf because of Jared Goff. That's because they get Amon, they get Jahmyr Gibbs, they get Aiden Hutchinson, they get David Montgomery. The team around him got better. But quarterback for quarterback, when you put him in the same situation that Jared Goff was in, we get a Super Bowl ring. And again, Cooper Kupp's best season is with Matthew Stafford. Last year, when there was no Cooper Kupp, he's getting the ball to Puka Nacua. Now, yes, those are weapons, but consistently when he has weapons, he gets Calvin Johnson to break the record. He gets the triple crown year with Cooper Kupp. He gets a Super Bowl ring. He gets Puka to have a great year.
Thank you. You just proved my point. The boy get carried in a conversation. You just proved my point. Come on. You just brought all-time wide receiver and then just kick your whole heart.
He is the quarterback that is producing all-time numbers. Jared Goff doesn't produce all-time numbers with receivers. Jared Goff produces off the play action because of the running backs in that backfield and crossing routes.
You know what I noticed about you, bro?
What?
You love quarterbacks that get carried.
How? Jared Goff gets carried. Jared Goff has to do less than Matthew Stafford does. He has Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery in the backfield.
Hey, we're saying this right now.
Dude,
he was a better passer. He has better accuracy than Jared Goff, and he had than Matthew Stafford. And Jared Goff literally has better decision making. Come on,
he turns the ball over more.
But he had better decision. Some of that wasn't his fault. This is why we should have an interception ratio for receivers.
But he's consistently Matthew Stafford has been better than him his whole career.
Like you literally saying one has a ring, one has this. Matthew Stafford does not have a ring if that line was worth a dang.
He doesn't have a ring if he stayed in Detroit.
Dan Campbell makes the right call. The boys in the Super Bowl. And then he'll literally play the two greatest quarterbacks of that generation and our generation.
If he was better than Matthew Stafford, he would have got a ring in LA. They played for the same team.
Who better, Tom Brady or Joe?
Tom.
Exactly.
Matthew beat Tom too.
So who?
Matthew beat Tom too.
Beat Tom.
The year after they literally won the Super Bowl. They won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, fight for his life. Okay, question. And who bailed him out of that?
They just outplayed. They won 31-9. They won 31-9.
Who bailed him?
How was 31-9 a bailout? It was a blowout against the Chiefs.
Not the Super Bowl. I'm talking about against when he played the Rams.
Kevin King.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
They still won the game.
The boy gets carried to the Super Bowl.
None of this stuff is hypotheticals. This is what happened. Tom Brady won the Super Bowl, and then Matthew Stafford beat Tom Brady.
I'm not talking about Tom. I'm not talking about Tom Brady. I'm talking about when he beat Tom Brady. Who? So let me ask you this. This is better, right? If if they had the MVP for that game, who wins MVP?
Which game?
Who?
Which game?
The Tampa Bay versus
Green Bay. Oh, against the Rams. In 2020, like when the Rams beat them.
Yes.
Cooper Kupp.
Thank you.
He was the best player that year.
So Super Bowl, who won MVP?
Cooper Kupp.
If Odell didn't get hurt, who won MVP?
One of them.
Is that? Yeah. Well, I don't know the way Odell. He probably won it. Year before that, who was it? Was that Chiefs 49ers? No, that was Chiefs and they were Chiefs in Tampa Bay.
Right.
And where was the Rams at?
They didn't have. That's my point. They didn't have Matthew Stafford. They had Jared Goff.
Okay, where's the Lions at?
That's my point. That's what I'm telling you. That when the Lions weren't anything, they had a quarterback, and the Rams are saying, "Let's take him from Detroit and bring him to a Super Bowl caliber team."
Cool. You saying this right?
Right.
Then why in the Lions' head should we trade the only thing that we have
for picks? For picks, and it's been hitting. They got Aiden Hutchinson. They got Jahmyr Gibbs.
But the thing you use talking about picks, they still went and got a worse quarterback. And how that quarterback doing for them?
Good.
They beat the champs in the first game, and they would win and see the champs again.
They were a good
head coach, bro. Come on.
They're a good team, but they weren't that when Matthew Stafford was. If Matthew Stafford had Jahmyr Gibbs and Amon-Ra and David Montgomery, he would make the playoffs too.
Okay, cool. And guess what? So, hey, what do you have? Do you have the Rams going to the playoffs?
Yeah.
If they match up with you had them beat.
Yeah, I had them beat them last year. Yeah.
So if they play each other again, today, who you got?
The Lions.
Oh, now you got the Lions.
Aaron Donald retired. They don't have Bobby Wagner anymore. Like the Lions are a better team. That doesn't mean like a better quarterback.
That's not a bad question.
The Lions are a better team.
They had Cooper Kupp. I was going to say, who you want, the Super Bowl Lions or this year? The Super Bowl Browns or this year Lions. But that's not a good comparison.
Yeah, the Lions are just a better team right now. But when they were both at their best, they literally, like you said, the year that the Bucs won, where were the Rams and where were the Lions? Neither one of them was making noise for them.
All right. The one thing I say in every top five is always 1-5 and 1-6. But Jared Goff is over Matthew Stafford. Let's go back.